Greetings everyone. So today I want to talk about the Fire TV app. You probably haven't used it that much, or you may not have heard of it, but the Fire TV app is what's used for the Fire TV Recast, the Fire TV Blaster, and the Fire TV Remote when you can't find your actual remote for the Fire TV. So there's been some update to the Fire TV Remote section of the app, so that's what we're going to talk about in this video right after this. Okay, so let's start off by just diving right into the app. So once you get into the app, like I said, the Fire TV app is designed for the Fire TV Recast, the Fire TV Blaster, and the Fire TV Remote. That's its main function. So if you can't find a remote to your Fire TV stick, you can actually use this app to control that stick. You just need to connect it to that particular Fire TV stick by entering a 4-digit code between the app and what pops up on your TV screen. If you have the Fire TV Recast, you can see what's on now. You can view all your recordings, but those sections haven't really changed that much. The remote section is what we're going to talk about right now. So let's go right into the remote. So all you have to do now is choose the Fire TV stick on the list that pops up on your app, and it's going to ask you to enter that 4-digit code. Now make sure your TV's on, make sure the Fire stick is on, and then you'll be good to go. Now it can only connect to one at a time, so you can't just control multiple Fire stick at the same time, but you can always switch between when you need to. So right now it's popping up on my screen to let me know to enter that 4-digit code. Now that code that I just entered is not a permanent code. That code changes every time I reconnect to the Fire TV stick. Now from this point on, you got all the same controls that you would have on your Fire TV stick. So you can go right, and you can use that on the menu. You can use it for anything. It's just depend on which level you're on. So when you push to the right, it automatically going to respond. And it's quick to respond, so it's not like there's a quick delay between it. Up top, you got the little gear. It's telling you right here, you got your Fire TV settings, which will take you right into the settings of the Fire TV stick. If you want to go into the settings for the remote, you can click here, and you can choose between the D-pad, which is the directional pad, or you can do like a touchscreen feature. So let me turn that off and show you what it looks like. Let me go back. You see now the D-pad is gone, so now you have this little swipe control that you can touch at different places. Now the next option on the remote settings is the vibration feature. Now every time you touch a button, you're going to feel your phone vibrate. If that's something that you don't like, you can just click the switch and that's going to turn it off. Okay, so the other parts of the remote is the microphone. In order to use the Amazon voice assistant, you just need to drag it down, hold it, and then speak. You have to hold it, because if you tap it, it's not going to do anything. You have to pull it down like it says right there, pull it down to speak. It's just like when you hold the button down on the remote to get any kind of information like the weather or anything like that to pop up on your TV screen. To the right on the microphone, you got these 4 squares and a plus sign. These are your apps, and they're going to appear in the same order that you have them installed on your Fire TV stick. So from here, I can choose any one of these apps. It's kind of faster than using the remote and just going through the menu, clicking left, right here, because you get all the apps right there on the list. You click on one of them and it's going to automatically start up that app on the Fire TV. So for instance, if I click YouTube, YouTube is automatically going to start on the TV, and I can just start watching my YouTube program. And I can do the same kind of functions, because you see it goes back to the remote home screen where you have the little D-pad. So the same function I would use to control the Fire TV using the remote, I can do that with the app. Next to the app icon, you have a keyboard icon. This you can use to search for different things inside of an app, like Netflix, for instance. You can search for a movie and type it on this screen versus trying to use the remote to use the on-screen keyboard and going left, right, up, down, all those different directions. So the built-in keyboard on the app is going to make you find what you're looking for much faster. At the bottom, you got your go back button, you got your home button, and you got the 3 lines. The 3 same lines that you would click on the remote to do different things like move your app around or uninstall or do whatever function that particular app will let you do. So if I select the YouTube app, for instance, and I go down to the 3 lines, as you can see on the right, it says I can get more information, or if I scroll down, it says I can remove from recent. So those are the options that app is giving me. If I go to another app, it's going to give me a different option. So that's what the 3 lines are for. Right above the home button, there's these tiny little 6 buttons right there that you can see. They're slightly fainted. So if I click them, it's going to bring up the menu even higher. So now I got access to an additional buttons that I can control whatever app that I'm playing. So I can do a rewind, I can do play, pause, and I can do a fast forward. Now this is based on the app. Not all apps is going to let you rewind or fast forward. Most of them going to let you play, pause, but that's all depend on the app also. So those are the functions that I wanted to cover with the Fire TV remote, because a lot of people probably lose their remote or can't find it at that particular time. Instead of searching for it, just grab your phone and start controlling your TV remotely, because that's what I do. Sometimes I misplace my remote. I know it's here, but I don't want to spend the time digging around looking for it when I have my phone in my hand and I can just jump in and start controlling my Fire TV stick using the app. Now there's some functions that's on the remote, depending on which Fire Stick you have, that's not built into the app. Things like the power button, the volume up and down, and the mute button are not available in the app, which is understandable because each TV is different and the remote is actually programmed to control the TV during the setup process. So in those instances, you'd have to find your Fire TV remote to control the volume, mute, and power it on and off. Alright, so there you have it. So if you can't find your remote is damaged, or you don't want to spend the money to replace the remote, you have a remote built into the Fire TV app that can do pretty much all the functions if you just download it, connect it to your Fire TV stick, and then you're good to go. If you have any questions, go and leave it down in the comment section. Have a good one, and I'll see you next time.